Hey y'all. So today I'm going to show you my new devices that I've gotten that I talked about. Hang on. I'm going to clean you off right quick without starting the video over. It looks a little bit better. I cleaned it off, but when I started it, it looked blurry. Okay. Bear with me, I have brain fog. I don't have COVID. I've got a sinus infection, and I ended up going to the doctor yesterday, and I got to go get my antibiotics now because the pharmacy closed at 5 yesterday. I didn't feel like waiting around for them to take forever. So I'm going to go get them today. Anyway, actually, when I did my last video, I had the sinus infection, so I tried to get rid of it by myself, and I couldn't. All right, let's start with the first thing that I got, and I have used it quite a bit, is the red light mask. This says Boo Block. Everything's Velcro. And it just has I don't think it has, you can't, I wiped this off, but you can't really have anything on your face when you use this. You're not supposed to. You just use these on like a cleansed face. I use the Bioderma, I think it's called. And I did 3 nights. First night I did 10 minutes because I was scared of it. I wanted to make sure I didn't wake up with a red face. I didn't feel anything. I mean, you can feel warmth, but like it didn't burn me or anything. The second and third night, I did 20 minutes and I was fine. It didn't feel anything either. So that's the name of it. It's actually by a company you can find on Amazon called, I'll put it down in the comments. I put it in my other video. Somebody asked about it, or I don't know, anyway. I think I don't know how it's, but you know how these words are spelled all different. It's one of those, Honeston, anyway. Stash is on the loose, knocking around my studio. So you have to put these on, which is pretty easy. It's Velcro. This makes no sense to me because it doesn't Velcro to anything, and then it does charge. It lasts 2 or 3 times before you have to charge it again. I would say 2 30-minute sessions, or maybe, I don't know, maybe 3 20-minute sessions. Whatever. That would be the same thing. All right, I already said I had brain fog. So you just strap this on. And it does have these you pop in. So it's a little bit of eye protection. You know, I hear different things. I hear red light's good for your eyes if you know the floaters or whatever like that. And I do have floaters. So, but I'm not going to sit here and stare at the lights if I'm not supposed to. So I'm still doing my research on this stuff. So if this is not the most informative video, it's because I'm telling you what I know and what I can remember. So you just Velcro these. One person I asked what this strap was, and they said, it's so you can pull it up if you need to. Well, couldn't you just do this? Look, it doesn't have any purpose unless, I mean, it will stick to this part of it. So this particular mask, y'all are going to have to do your research and find your prices and everything. I can send you a link if you want me to. This is a separate device. You have to put these on too. They just slide through and Velcro together, and then these Velcro together. And I'm going to show you. Of course, I don't have my necklaces on when I do this. I don't really think it matters because the red light machines they have at the gym, you just get in there and they don't tell you to take your jewelry off or anything. What you don't want to use is any kind of like radiotherapy device or microcurrent device or anything like that. So the first night, kind of did it like this. And maybe the second night too. The third night, I know I look weird. I don't have any makeup on my face. And I tried to clean my lens. I have no filter because I want to I'm doing a 6-month journey with you guys so you can see for yourself. I brought it up like this. That's how I need it. Okay, same thing. All right, that's these things. I want you to be able to see, real life person, not sponsored, wasn't sent anything free. I want you to be able to see what these devices do. They may not do anything. So let me stash, honey. Where's Chicky? And I lost her. Now remember, I do have a sinus infection. I know I don't sound that bad. It was actually worse yesterday than today, but sometimes it's kind of early and sometimes it's like afternoon when I get bad. So I told you guys in the last video, I know this looks weird, like I'm doing a ghost video. The dermatologist said this is fluid, and I've been doing my little thing, my little gua sha, and you can do gua sha every day. Whoa. All right, but I'm hoping this shows wrinkles. I'm gonna relax because that's really what I'm really trying to show you my wrinkles. They're not real bad. I would say the wrinkles that are in my eyes right now are not what bothers me as much as the fluid, and I don't know. Somebody mentioned lymphatic drainage. I don't know a whole lot about it, so I'm kind of going down that road now. I mean, other than me doing it myself, I don't know what else somebody else can do, but I think they can do microneedling. But even if I don't have a sinus infection, I kind of have that. There we go. That shows it better. Okay, so there's a hair. I do have these. And I do have this. And then I do have this. And what bothers me about that, that's a non-issue. But when I do wear foundation, it'll break up right here. And I've tried everything. I've tried concealer. I've tried wiping. The best way for me right now is after I let my moisturizer sink in, wipe it all off right here. Thin layer of concealer or foundation, and then a thin layer of, I use the, RCMA powder, the white one in the tall shaker bottle. I like that. That's probably one of the best powders that I've found for something like that. Like, I can't put it under my eye wrinkles because any powder I put under my eye wrinkles, even the blur, Laura Mercier blur, make them look worse. So I'm done with it. I just don't put makeup under my eyes anymore. So I don't really have, that's not helping. I don't really have crow's feet yet. We're going to try to prevent those. I don't really have, like, here yet, but we're going to try to prevent. A lot of this is prevention. Okay, I'm going to take this off. That looks strange. But I wanted to really, now I'm blind. Can't see. And I'm sweating. I wanted you to see as good as you could what I'm trying to treat. I do have forehead wrinkles. I don't have any makeup on. I never put makeup on my forehead anyway, so you can tell that my face is even with my body. You can see my forehead wrinkles. I do have them. That's not my worst place. Well, obviously my worst place is my eyes. And then the second would be here. I've always had bangs. I don't have bangs to cover wrinkles. I've always had bangs, and I just don't look right without them. I don't have much anymore, and actually they're a little too long. That's all the bangs I have now right here. I've let everything else grow out, but I just don't look right without them. So forehead area, I'm working on that with the Differin. I'm still using the Differin. If you don't, I'm not going to go into a whole spiel about that, but if you don't know, go watch my last video. About every other day, and I like to put it on, I'm not out in the sun a lot, so if you are, I would not do this, but I like to do it in the morning and let it just sit in and sink in and go away, because a lot of people like it at night because you regenerate better at night. A lot of people like it at night best, but I'm a side sleeper and I cannot get that in my eyes. I will be a blowfish the next day because I've done it with retinol, just regular over-the-counter retinol creams, and and my eyes sting and burn, and it lasts for like 2 days. So I'm too afraid of that. If I do it in the morning, I know I'm not going to get it in my eyes because I don't do any of this or rub my eyes or anything. So I do have on eye makeup though, but I don't have anything on my forehead or face, or there's nothing there. I've seen comments on videos before like, she said she didn't have any makeup on her face, but I think she did. Nope, still looks the same. Okay, so excuse me. Now I got that mask, I guess I want to say 5 days ago, you guys. I can't remember. I'm doing good to know it's Monday, and I'm sweating again. So, Saturday? Is it Saturday? It could have been Friday. I think it was Saturday. I got my new one. And this is a radio frequency device. Well, there's still, there's all kind of different things. I think this, I don't remember now if, and I would have to look, like I said, this is just showing you what I got and looking at my face before I started, okay? Comes with a gel. In the, this is kind of the same thing that they use in clinic, but of course that's stronger. But they just, you can use ultrasound gel, you can use aloe vera gel, you can use glycerin. You just can't, not just your regular moisturizer though, that's not what you want. But this is supposed to have a lot of properties in it, but I have not even looked up the price to buy this, but I'm sure it's a little pricey, don't know. But ultrasound gel is a lot cheaper, I can guarantee you that. So here's my device. You charge it. I don't really know how many sessions the charge holds. I'm going to tell you why. The night I got it, I was actually going to do a video and I didn't feel good. So, I'm just sitting around feeling miserable, and I'm like, well, you know what? Let me just use it. So, clean my face. You put this on the contacts. You just, like toothpaste, you just put some on. And the way they use it, I mean, look at a million videos, but okay, I'll tell you a couple things I do know about this. It will not get too hot to burn you. It will not get too hot to melt fat. The devices that do that melt fat, get hotter than that. And this one is designed to, you got to keep it moving in order for it to get hot. If you stop, it's not like it's going to burn you like you're ironing something. What's that? Blowing my phone up. I hope this is still recording and I don't have to splice two videos together. Ugh. Anyway, keep it moving. You turn it on. Oh. I've only used it once. Turn it on. And it's got two settings. This is low. It's what I used it on. Go up when more it's high. Blue light comes on. You start it. It does 4-minute treatments, and then it vibrates to let you know your section time is up. What you're supposed to do is, let me cut this off. What you're supposed to do is, you do it any order you want to. I don't think it matters. This area, okay, this area, this area, this area. No, I just said that wrong. Sorry. Back up. If I've been using this more than just one time, I would be better at this. This area, and then this area. But you aren't, and you're not supposed to get this near your thyroid, which is going to be in this area. I don't really know how high up it goes. But what one of the doctors said is one of the doctors said it doesn't get hot enough to affect your thyroid. I'm going to play on the caution side because a lot of people say don't use anything like this or microcurrent on your thyroid. One doctor said to get this, which is a problem area for me. Okay, so this might be second. First, second, third, and then fourth probably, and then fifth. He showed to pull your skin to the side, and he said the more you need this, the more skin you're going to be able to pull. But I can't pull a lot. I mean, if I do that, I could, I guess. I mean, I would just pull, I don't know, because your thyroid is still over here. So some people can pull a lot of skin to the side and then use it like that, okay? I would research that to your comfort level. This one doctor, Dr. Renaji, I'm gonna link him down below because he does all the devices and he actually is kind of affiliated with this one, but he shows all devices, not just this one. He goes over it. You know, you don't want to spend 4 minutes on it. I wouldn't. He also does his forehead. Some say not to. He says this is fine for your forehead and under your eyes and here, but there's, oh God, I did that myself. My foot's going to sleep. But there's people that say, don't use it. It wasn't designed to use on your forehead. It wasn't designed to use under your eyes, and it wasn't designed to use on your neck. But it's designed anywhere on your body. Like I get right here. Well, obviously I got this going on. This is my hurt arm too. And it's worse. I noticed that yesterday. This floppy is worse on this arm. So I did it here for a little bit one night. Did it here for a little bit one night. I don't know if I did it anyway. I did. All right, let me just tell you about this. This gets hot. And it's not hot to touch. I did this on low. And, you know, you're constantly moving it, so you're not in one spot. Okay, so if you stop moving it, it's going to stop heating. That's the built-in mechanism that keeps it safe from getting too hot to melt any fat. But obviously, I would like to melt this fat. This is for tightening and building collagen. And I mean, it's been proven. You can see it time and time again. You can see different devices. This is a lot of people's favorite. It was $300. Look for discounts and stuff. I did not go here. I don't suggest that, but I did go here when I was doing my cheek. I got as high up there as I could, so hopefully it tightens it. Let's pull it every which way you want to pull it. And some people are doing like eyebrows up. I don't think I did that. Okay, so what I did, I started down here. I did this, like what you would bronze, I guess, you know, to kind of contour. Then it beeped or vibrated. I don't think it beeps. It might beep. I've only used it once, okay? But it does vibrate. And then I did this. Did I just say 20 minutes? What is wrong with me? That's the LED or the red light. This for 4 minutes, beep. 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 And I think I just did my forehead for like 2. And I'm not real sure. If I did, I can't remember. Because y'all have been playing with everything. If I did this, I didn't do it, but just for a minute or way over here. And I think you're okay with that. I don't know. If I did it here or here, it might have been another time. I don't know. I'm not sure. I just know that one night I used this and your face will turn a little red, which everybody that I knew that everybody that does videos and and does this on video shows it turns a little red. That blue light you saw, if you start going fast circles and getting in one spot, it'll turn green, and that's your hottest, and you'll feel that it's the hottest if it's green. But it can go between blue and green. You're still going to get the amount of heat, but the hottest heat is green. And obviously, if you turn it on high, you're probably going to get more green. Haven't gone there yet. This isn't a review. I'm just showing you these devices and talking about what I know so far, because I told you I would show them to you. So anyway, little red, little red. So I go to the next section, and as I'm finishing this section, this section's not really red anymore. And then this one's red, and I go up here, same thing. So it doesn't stick around. But I will tell you something. I sat over there, because I did this 7 o'clock that night. I didn't feel good, and I sat over there, and I'm not taking any antibiotics because I don't have them yet. sat over there in the recliner, watching TV, and my face felt like it had a light sunburn. Not a bad sunburn at all, and I kept thinking, oh, that'll go away in about an hour. Really, it didn't, so I did not use anything else on my face that night except moisturizer. And I think I put like castor oil on my face because that's good for your skin too, just to soothe it. I didn't want to wake up with a red face or anything peeling or anything like that. So that's what I did. Now the next night, no, but you're not supposed to use this 2 nights in a row. Actually last night, I didn't even use the red light therapy. And I think what one of the doctors or the majority says is I wrote this down, but I don't have it with me, and I can go over it later when I do a more in-depth review when we start getting, I'm gonna try to show you my skin and talk to you and do these updates like once a week if you want to follow me, just to see but I made sure there's $700 devices. I'm not going to get that because this probably, especially now that I felt the heat, I would not want it any more hot than that. That is the frequency going in, that's what's going to tighten your skin. That's what's going to build collagen, but collagen is slow to build. You're not going to see any of that yet. I would not even expect to see anything for probably 3 months, but we're going to follow along anyway. I wrote all this. I wrote all this down. I want to say this is supposed to be twice a week. I was going to show you here it is right here. Microneedling with 0.25. This is a brand new one. I haven't opened it, but you guys can see it. I have one. Microneedling once a week, and make it, if you do, okay, so one of the doctors, I think it was red light. Yeah, it was. Use your red light mask, then use this, and it makes it even more effective. But I have seen people use this and then use their red light therapy. I don't know if I'd want to do that or not. It wasn't bad. It was only one time. I'm not trying to scare you. It just feels like you sat out in the sun for like 5 minutes or something with no sunscreen on. But this is not UV ray, so it's not tanning you. It's not doing anything bad. It's rebuilding all that. But and actually, I don't think I wouldn't do these the same night. This is once a week. And you can watch videos. I'm not going to open this one, but you just roll and pick it up, roll and pick it up, roll and pick it up. Don't do this. And you're supposed to change this about every 12 uses. If you do your whole face, in a long session. So if you don't, and you're just doing like under your eyes or something, this will last obviously 20-25. But you want a sharp one, because if it's not sharp and starts to dull, it's going to actually just tear, because these actually do tiny micro tears. 0.25 is enough. 0.5 if you're going to get like crazy with it. I would say 1, just leave that to the professionals, because you could really hurt your skin. Once a week after you've done anything like this, which I wouldn't suggest that, or after you've done microcurrent, which I don't have a microcurrent device. This Velcro keeps sticking to me. After you've done this, before you go to bed. And you can use products to microneedle in, but really it's the plasma, the growth factors, that's the best thing. I would say I don't think niacinamide or hyaluronic acid would be bad, but to microneedle in, I've microneedled my Kiehl's avocado eye cream in, so nothing happened. But that stuff is so good. It's so soothing. I love that stuff. Like, it doesn't have any retinol in it, but I got the Differin right now. I don't know that I'm going to ever go to tretinoid. I'm going to probably try this Differin on this 6 months and not go. Is it tretinoid? Yeah, tretinoid. We'll call it tret, because we don't know how to say it. But yeah, if you microneedle, I wouldn't combine it with this, but just microneedle last with whatever you decide. If you want to use anything that you're microneedling in your skin, it's suggested just to do it on clean skin, but you know, you're gonna have to do your own like research and all that. I'm just gonna tell you, I have microneedled my Kiehl's avocado eye cream in my under my eyes. So let's see, what was I gonna tell you? Okay, so this you just charge with one cord that I don't have in here. This thing right here, there's two pieces, and each piece has like a remote control. So this charges over there, not this, you don't charge this. And then this plugs into this, and then you can put it on. You can see pretty good with it on. I mean, when I got the neck thing on and the face thing on, and I try to look at my computer or whatever, I almost have been like picking my computer up so I don't have to move it, because it starts getting weird, and I don't know how, you know, it's supposed to be laying right on your skin or not. So, but you can definitely watch TV with it on. I mean, you can see and you can breathe. The only thing, my complaint is that this does not have around the mouth. But I'm gonna show you something else. Am I gonna show you something else? Oh yeah, I got it. Okay. So you can strap this on, and you can walk around with it. Just tuck this in your bra, like you do your phone, or put it in your pocket. The cord's pretty long. Put it in your pocket, and you can walk around with it. And you can walk around with it. The neck one strap, that Velcro's, well, of course, it's sticking to everything. The Velcro is pretty tight, so you can do that. So each piece has its own remote that you charge. You charge the remote, then you attach it to this, and you walk around, have a party. Okay, that's 3 things I'm going to show you. Actually, I want to tell you though, the next day, which was yesterday, right? Yeah. My face did not feel like I had a sunburn. I was not red. I didn't have anything happen. Any swelling you see is normal for me with my allergies, and right now, sinus infection is crazy, y'all. But yesterday, I kind of kept thinking, how can I say this? It did not feel like a sunburn. It did not hurt. But yesterday, I kind of kept thinking, I feel that. I could feel that. And not tightening or anything like that. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like all day this popped in my mind. Like, I guess my face felt like, I guess it would feel the next day after you had a little tiny bit of sunburn, but not that. It's not that, y'all. I don't want to scare you, because honestly, and you don't even have to do 4 minutes. You don't have to do that. Do 1. I went for the gold. I'm like, let's do this. So it's supposed to tighten and build collagen through here. It's not going to melt the fat, and just tighten, collagen, rebuild. After you're 25 years old, some studies say 28, you start losing more collagen every year. And that's what's causing all this. I take collagen. I used to take the liquid. It's nasty. And I know that the collagen pills I take, they're the high milligrams of collagen, and the good brand of collagen. But, you know, I don't know how much I'm actually getting into my body. And I started the liquid collagen about 1.5 years ago, and then I stopped taking it and got the pills about 7 months ago. And I'm going to tell you why I started that, mainly my knee. Because, you know, I was trying to do everything I could to repair that tissue without having to get surgery. All right, 4th device. Okay, this was $300. This was $89. You might can find better. I think I had a discount for this and this, or found one. If you any questions, just comment below. This, I mean, you can buy these for like less than $10. I believe I paid like $13 for this one. But as long as it's a reputable brand and it's 0.25, that's what I would suggest. Because I feel that, you know, I can feel it. And just don't get crazy with it and start rolling around. You're going to rip your freaking face apart. You just want to, like I said, roll it, pick it up, roll it, pick it up. And if it starts to feel dull at all, just get a new one. If you do this once a week and you just do like certain areas, you're not going to need one for 6 months anyway, I don't think. Now, if you roll your whole face twice a week, which is too much because your face needs time to heal. You don't want to keep tearing up, keep tearing up, keep tearing up. You want these tears, and then you want your body to do what it needs to do. Last thing, I promise. This was $27 on Amazon. It is Yovec. Okay, so I don't feel that great, and I'm not thinking that straight. So I hope I'm not. I hope I did not repeat everything too much, and I hope I covered everything. If you have any more questions, ask below, but you will be seeing me update these every week until, just like my diet, I think I only got 3 more weeks to lose like 9 pounds. How am I going to do that? But the diet was 2 months. We still got 3 weeks on that. And I'm like, I'm still right at 6 pounds. I'm not going to lose 15. I'm going to try, but I'm not going to. And I can't starve myself to death, especially getting ready to take, he called me in antibiotics and steroids. Because I mean, I don't want to be descriptive. It was bad. What he saw was bad. So, but anyway, I can't not eat and take antibiotics and steroids. So, and I'm not using that as an excuse. I can tell you right now, I'm probably not going to hit 15. I'll hit it, but it's going to take me 3 months. So whatever this is, Yovec on Amazon, I can give you a link if you want me to. Now this one, probably because I'm not thinking straight and I'm not as sharp as I normally am, whatever that means. This has a lot of cords. So, but it's also pretty, I like it pretty good. This plugs in, and I didn't bring it. It's over there on my counter. This plugs in to a little box that kind of looks like one of the adapters for your computer. And then another cord plugs in to the same box. So you got the box with 2 plugs. This one goes to this, obviously, and the other cord to the box goes to the wall. And probably under normal circumstances, I would have gotten that because it's kind of the same thing with the computer box. But this isn't normal circumstance, especially yesterday. I just gave it. Yesterday was Sunday. For me to go to the doctor on Sunday, we have a doctor's care right here on my road. I woke up and cried, "Uncle, I can't take any more." And my head was hurting, and I don't really get headaches. And I was kind of getting scared because it wasn't good. So anyway, this is not charged. So you have this cord and the other cord, and it's got to be plugged into a receptacle. However, it comes with 2 Velcro type belts, similar to this, but they're bigger, which, you know, you stick in here, and which you can't walk around with it. So I didn't put them on. So the way that I use this, I got this Saturday. No, I got this yesterday because Amazon delivers on Sunday. That's right. And I didn't even know it was out there. And then finally I got an email and I was like, oh, let me go get that. Okay, so it doesn't charge. You have to keep it plugged up. Here's the red lights. If I'm not mistaken, this does have the red light frequency and the other one, just the red light therapy and the frequency, I believe. I mean, I'm going to put the link below, or I can let you know anything you need to know, okay? This, like I said, this is not a review. Last night, actually, this is plugged in beside of my bed, because I've come to the conclusion I can't walk around with this on, and if it's got to be plugged up, I'm just going to do it a place every night. I'm going to throw it on my arm today, because this arm hurts. Very good reviews for that. Very good reviews. I'm going to put it on my knee, because, yeah, my knee feels better. It's almost like trying to walk on a stilt, though. Like, you have to be so careful, because one wrong little twist and I am going to have an ice pick in my meniscus again. And I don't want that. So I've had to change. I've got my sleeve on right now. I just wear it and I take it off if I go somewhere, because you're not supposed to, for anybody that isn't up on that. I tore my meniscus about 2 years ago. Didn't have surgery. They didn't suggest surgery. Everything else is fine. It's slowly, I've done everything in the world to heal it. Now I've got this. Much better. But I have to watch every step I make. Can't dance. Don't run. Don't really walk. Except in the house or when I got to go to the grocery store. All right, so what I did last night, and this is very different than this. So there are going to be different uses for this. I laid down on my bed, and I'm watching YouTube videos, plugged it all up. I think it just plugs up. I don't think there's any, no, back up. Yes, there's settings. But I didn't have the booklet, and I didn't want to get back up. So I just turned it on. And I think you can turn it on for up to an hour, but you're not supposed to. They don't suggest every 30 minutes a night for this. But I would say this is more for putting on an injury in the body because this gets pretty warm. And I am not sure what mode I had it on because you can change the time, you can change the mode, and you can change it to flash. So mine was just like on extra hot, continuous. And the timer came on at 60 minutes, and it's got buttons, and I didn't bring it in here, but it's got a little remote control. Well, I just told you about all that. All right, so what you have to do is they're not real self-explanatory, like continuous. It doesn't say high, low heat. It doesn't say time. It just error, and okay. And you hold down okay for 2 seconds, and it comes on. And then you're supposed to do all this with the other arrows to change everything. I didn't feel like changing anything. I was just like, let me just lay here. And like I said, the timer was on 60 minutes, but I watched it. I wasn't going to leave it on any longer than 30. But let me tell you, this gets pretty warm. This is like a heating pad. It almost is to the point I questioned, is it's red. The lights are red. But like this gets mildly warm. This thing is mildly warm within 3 minutes. And I had it on for 30. It was actually like having a heating pad on. I laid with it on my stomach. I'm sorry, I just cut myself off like I normally do. I did just to see what it felt like. It was just right here. I didn't have to do any calisthenics. I could watch my YouTube videos. I don't think I'll be putting this on my face. I would pull my hair back and put my tanning bed goggles on, because this is pretty warm, and do this for like, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes just to see, because I would because that one doesn't have the lip either. So maybe just here for like 5 minutes, but I don't think I would do it any longer than that. Now, if you have a bad knee or you have a bad shoulder and you pulled your freaking rotator cuff tendon or whatever, I'll have to go to an ortho. I mentioned it to the doctor yesterday. He told me it could be a nerve. It could be an impingement. He did not seem to think, he didn't say, I think you tore your rotator cuff. So, but anyway, great. I think I'm even going to make sure my feet are squeaky clean, out of the shower clean, and sit with my feet on it. Just because I have plantar fasciitis. But that's 85% better. Probably. I just have to be careful with that too. I have to wear certain shoes. I will never be able to wear the little cute, flat, hard shoes anymore. Ever in my life. I know I won't be able to. So this is what I would suggest for that. Especially back pain. And because you can add those straps, it does go all the way around your waist. So you can just strap it on if you feel you don't want to feel like it's moving on your back or your knee. But I'm going to be honest with you. This thing has a little bit of weight to it. It wasn't going anywhere. I can throw this over my shoulder. I don't need those Velcro straps. You would need the Velcro straps if you're going to walk around with it, but you can't walk around with it because it has to be plugged in, which sucks. I was kind of hoping, not really, I don't know, anything around your back, it would be kind of nice to be able to walk around with something hot on your back. But I will say this is very good for injuries. I don't know. This is sold as the red light therapy, and the lights are red. But my experience with red light therapy, like in the machines and, the gyms or whatever, they don't really get hot. And this is not going to burn you. I don't mean that. I just mean it gets hotter. It is like your heating pad on low or maybe medium, but not high. I would not fall. Well, you can't fall asleep. You could fall asleep with it on, but there's no way it cuts itself off after an hour anyway. So I'm going to put this on my back tonight because my back's tight. I'm going to throw it over here today while I'm working. Throw it on my knee while I'm working. And you are supposed to put this directly on skin. When I did the red light therapy, I'm done talking. So if it cuts me off, I'm sorry. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you subscribe and stay with me with my journey. But when I did the red light therapy machines, nobody ever told me to take my clothes off. And I didn't. I just hopped in there. Now, our tanning place here has one stand up that's red light tanning combined, and it doesn't tan you worth a hoot. The other one that I had gotten in was just red light, and the vibration plates that do this that are very, very, very good for your body. I have one. I'm on my second one, but my doctor told me because of my knee not to do it, and then I started doing it. I got on it about 2 months ago, and I could feel my knee that night. I love that thing. Do research on that, but don't not with a hurt knee. I got it mainly. Well, one, it's like a workout. You get on there. I think it's like 10 minutes is like walking a mile, or 15 minutes is like walking a mile, something like that. You can get on them, and I knew this already because the red light machine had the same thing. It was the same. And I loved it. I got in there, this was before my knee injury, got in there and squat down like 4 inches, just 4 inches, and stood in it. And man, I could feel that in my glutes. That's what that thing is good for. But I got it when I was going through all the feet thing because I've got, hold on a second, I can't reach them, the spiky balls that you can buy anywhere online. I would turn it on high and fast for 20 minutes, I think it goes up to. Put the spiky ball, put my feet on the spiky balls on the vibration plate, and just push down and roll them. And that is so good for your feet. That is better than any freaking foot massage. Well, I don't know about that. But if you don't have anybody give you a foot massage, or you don't go get one, actually that gets in your fascia better like that with the spiky balls. Now, you don't want to stand on the spiky balls. And just standing on it by itself or squatting or whatever, it's just for, it's not going to be for your feet. But I'm telling you, if you have plantar fasciitis, do that because it works. I had to learn not to put the spiky ball on my heel because I was in the beginning of all that. I'm just going on and on. In the beginning of all that, I was crunching in my heel. Well, your heel is what hurts when you have plantar fasciitis, like sledgehammer to your heel hurt pain. Not even a hammer, a sledgehammer, hard. And your heel hurts. So I thought you had to get in that heel. Wrong. That's what needs to heal, and you need to be getting in the rest of it. All the way up to your toes, building that muscle, stretching. That is how I got to where I am today. I know what shoes I can't wear. I know to stretch, and I know not to put anything that's crunchy grinding into my heel bone. That is probably why I didn't heal from plantar fasciitis any faster than I did. Because now is 5 years. I got it actually 5 years ago when COVID first started. And went to the doctor like 2 years later when it was so bad. Got shot 2 sets of shots in my feet. Never again shoot me. You think they're bad in your knee? Get them in your freaking plantar when it's inflamed. I mean, I have a high pain tolerance, and I would bust out crying because I couldn't help it. Not because I was sad. Not because I was trying to get sympathy from the doctor. I literally would start crying and couldn't stop. And I was trying to stop so I could talk and not look like a fool. That's how bad those shots hurt. When you have plantar fasciitis, now I don't know how bad they would hurt right now. I mean, I still have plantar fasciitis, but my feet don't hurt as bad. But I went when I could not hardly walk. And I live upstairs. So it's just like saying uncle. Like I literally was walking funny. And that, I think, is how I tore my meniscus, because I wasn't walking right. And when you're not walking right, your gait's not right. Your muscles aren't strong enough in your thighs and your quads and your glutes to hold your knees right. So I think that contributed to that. This was weights. I know it was weights because I know when it happened. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'm going to keep you guys informed. Sorry I sound like Mickey Mouse. I've been trying to do my lymphatic drainage. If any of you guys have any good stuff, I do this, and I have gouache stone, and I have my cold one I showed in the video. But if any of you guys have anything else, the sinus infection's contributing to it, I know, but I do carry fluid there. And when it's not there, it looks good, but it's usually there. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this didn't cut me off and start again. Come here, Stashy. I got my chicken. You can't have it. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Let's go on a skincare journey. Get this face fixed. Bye.